Welcome back, everybody, to Office Hours in the Digital Marketing Mastery Group. I'm sure that if you're in this group that we've met before, but in case for whatever reason you don't remember who I am or you don't remember my face, my name is Rob Orr, and I'm a web designer and developer who is obsessed with digital marketing, and I am super fired up about helping people build online businesses. That's how I got started in all of this stuff myself. So Office Hours, just so you know, is a way for me to bring in experts, subject matter experts, especially in areas where I don't know anything, especially when it comes to stuff like what we're going to talk about today, and to help you with your business and to help you to see things that maybe you haven't seen before, or add another dimension or aspect to your business to help you to grow into doing what you are trying to do online. So as you probably are well aware, I've been talking about the seven pillars of digital marketing now for a while. And one of those has to do with creating a really great community. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I have invited my friend Misbah Rauf on here today, and she is going to help us to learn about chatbots. So this is a totally new thing for me. Misbah, thank you so much again for coming on and joining us in Office Hours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rob, for having me here. And I'm super excited to do this interview.
Awesome. We are excited to have you in here to teach us because, like I mentioned just a second ago, this is an area where I don't know anything about, right? So I wanted to have you in because I know if I don't know about it, then there's probably several other people here that don't know anything about it as well. So I wanted to bring you in because I know this is your thing. So tell me, how did you get started with this? Where'd your interest in getting involved with chatbots come from?
Yeah, so I got started back in 2018. I was really new to this online marketing world. I knew nothing about it. And so I started following some people online, and they kept on telling me one thing: you need to build your list, And let me tell you this, I'm from Africa. I'm from a small country called Mozambique in Africa. And so here, we're not like really into online world. It's all like traditional marketing. So for me, getting to this area and then learning how to build email list, how to nurture a list, it was totally a new area, and I had to prepare myself a lot for this because it was my first time, right? And it was difficult. I won't say that it was like an easy sale. It never is. It was really hard getting started. Yeah. But once I got the hang of it, building my email list became really easy. But then I realized that the hardest part for me was nurturing, sharing my story, getting my story out there, my message out there, because email open rates were like less than 2%. And I used to spend like 3 hours every day writing these emails up, and nobody will open it.
Wow.
So I thought that, there must be a better way out there, right? I mean, a better way where I don't have to sit 3 hours a day racking my brain to think, what should I write, and then at the end of the day, I only get like 2 people out of 100 people opening my email.
Right.
So yeah, I started like searching around. I came across Neil Patel, his digital marketing guru.
Yes.
So I came across one of his blog posts, and he was talking about chatbots. And it fascinated me because I'm a tech junkie, I'm a computer scientist. So, it's sort of like I felt like it is something intriguing. I should definitely look into it. And so that's what I did. I started checking out YouTube videos. I invested in a messaging bot course, built up my agency, and I saw that, this is something that is really crazy. Like, people are getting crazy over the email rates, but in this messaging bot, they have like 90 to 100% open rates. Like, people should know about this thing. They should use this thing for their businesses. Yeah. And that's where my vision started. That's where my business of helping other people, create chatbots and teaching them everything about chatbots eventually started. And I'm so glad that, I came across this chatbot changed my life.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And you mentioned several interesting things there. So you mentioned that, you had heard about the list, right? We all hear that, Russell Brunson and Pat Flynn and Cliff Ravenscraft and all these big influencers in the online space talk about how important it is to build your list. And, we all get into that, right? We all get sucked into that world where it's like, hey, we've got to build our list, right? But you're talking about like crazy different open rates and engagement rates between what's on a list and what you're seeing in chatbots. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so like email open rates, they're about, tell me one thing, what's your email open rate? What do you see?
My email open rate varies a good bit, but I'm 15 to 20%.
That's amazing. Mine didn't even get there. I'm not even gonna lie. Mine was like around 5% and less, not more than that. So it was like a real struggle. So when I first got started with Messenger bot, I saw the open rates were like 80 to 90%, sometimes hitting like 100%. So
oh wow,
that's like way more than the open rates.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Absolutely insane open rates.
Yeah, so it kind of puts a couple pieces together of the puzzle for me because I've read all of everything that Russell Brunson has written, and he would make reference to signing up for Facebook and Messenger, and like if you are like when you buy some of his offers, sometimes he's like send this to me in Messenger, and I'm like I don't want you in my Messenger, I'm not going to do that, but I'm like why is he doing that? And that was really intriguing to me. But this is the reason you're talking about is I'm sure, which is why he is doing it.
Yeah, like just imagine getting a message on your Messenger, and you wake up in the morning, and that's the first thing. Maybe most of us, like I'm the kind of person that wakes up in the morning, and the first thing I see is my Messenger. I don't open my email until in the afternoon, right? So Messenger is always with me. My phone's always with me. So whenever it is a message, I'm like, oh, who's this messaging me now? It must be a client. It must be someone. So that's like, it's logical. This makes sense why open rates are so high on Messenger.
Yeah, because you feel compelled. It's like you see that little red number up there that is in the corner, and they obviously have tested that quite a bit because I cannot not click on. Whenever I see it anywhere, I'm like, I've got to open that because I've got to clear that notification, whatever it is. So, So that's pretty amazing. So what are some of the contexts that people are using Messenger or chatbots? Because I keep saying Messenger, right? So, and as I told you before, I don't know anything about this. So are there other platforms that people are using besides Messenger? Or is this primarily something that, people are using through Messenger?
That's great. That's a great question. I personally use ManyChat. That's like the platform where you can build chatbots, and chatbots are basically just on Messenger. Let me tell you guys, if you do not know what chatbot is, because we have been talking about it, but then just be sitting there like, oh, what is chatbot in the first place, right? So chatbot, they allow you to send messages in Messenger to your subscribers. So in order for you to send out messages, you need to get people subscribed to your Messenger bot, right? And I use ManyChat. There are a lot of other platforms out there. There's ChatFuel, there's and a lot of other platforms. But if you're new, if you want to get started with Messenger bot, then I highly recommend you go for ManyChat. Some of the things you can do with ManyChat are you can send updates, notifications about your live event, about the cool stuff you're doing, your interviews, and your new freebies and stuff like that. You can send out notifications and updates about that to your members. That's what I see a lot of people do with the chatbot. Because of the open rate, it's easier for you to update them or notify them something about your launches. And also, I personally use it for giveaways. I mean, I absolutely love giveaways, and I do it with chatbots. Like, everything is chatbot oriented and automated. So
Nice.
if I'm giving away something, I just get people to my chatbot and I'm like, hey, do you want to be notified who's the winner? Just jump into my Facebook group. And I also collect my email addresses through the chatbot. So I'm not just increasing my messaging list, I'm getting more people on my email list, I'm growing my Facebook group, and I'm also making money because when I'm like, okay, hey, come to the group, I just announced the winner, and there's a special surprise for you, so people come in and then they get a discount code from Messenger bot, and they can go purchase the offer.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
I do a lot of stuff. It's absolutely crazy. So there are a lot of stuff like possibilities of using chatbots. It's the sky's the limit. Let me tell you, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
They can do anything.
Yeah, that's amazing. So let me ask this. So, couple things. Number one, do you need to be friends with somebody on Facebook in order to connect with them through a chatbot?
No.
Okay.
You don't need to be different.
Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense because I'm just trying. I've seen them like Spencer Meekum and Rachel Lee. I was on their messenger lists for a while. So, I think I'm friends with both of those people. But I was just wondering because you also mentioned that you are collecting email addresses. So you're building your list. So this is not one instead of the other, but you're doing both of these things at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So then tell us about, we kind of hit on it already a little bit, but, why is using chatbots now such an important or should be such an important tool in anybody's marketing toolbox?
Right. Great question once again. So you know that this pandemic has really made things really difficult for traditional businesses, and most people lost their job. They are looking for ways online to start a business or to find a way to make online income. And most of them are on Facebook, right? Facebook has like about 1.3 billion, and I think it increased due to the pandemic. I'm not really sure, but I think it did.
Yeah.
And so if your audience are on Facebook, if you know who you're targeting, start using Messenger bot so that you can reach out to them quickly. Now there's a lot of noise. Like there are too many people doing the same thing that you are doing. It's easy to like blend in the noise, and then you want to stay on top of your customer's mind. So if you're coming up with something new, a new launch or something, you want your customers to know about it. You want them to connect with you and learn more about you, build a trust relationship, so that in the future, they feel confident to buy from you. With email lists, because a lot of people are not opening the email, it's like a really long journey. You have to send like 10, 15 emails just to build that trust relationship.
Right.
But
That's
with
true.
a messenger bot, you can instantly cut that time. You could send out a piece of content and they're looking at it. Like you can see the statistics, you can see the 80%, 90% open rates. And you can invite them to your Facebook group. You can go live, invite them to your live, connect with them, ask questions, try to get to know them, build a trust relationship. So it cuts off the time. It cuts off the time and the effort you are currently taking if you're not using messenger bots right now to connect with them. I think for me, messenger bot is not just automation, but it's more about connection and building that relationship with them.
Yeah, and that's such a crucial point too. I mean, so I've noticed too, it's when it comes to the stuff that I see that I get from the sequences that I'm subscribed to in Messenger, those are always super, super short, right? It's usually a, hey, I'm going live, or hey, I have this thing, do you want to know? And there's a couple buttons, or hey, I just did, like Spencer does this a lot. Spencer Meekum does, hey, I just created this video that is X, Y, and Z. Want to see it? And he's great at writing hooks, so I'm always on his videos, and I'm subscribed to his channel anyway. But but versus like with emails, they're 400 or 500 word documents that you're creating, so you can really get away with something that's much shorter.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Messenger does not have to be long. It can be conversational. You can have like buttons to talk with people. You're kind of like choose your own story kind of stuff. I used to play that game a lot, where you have to choose whatever you want to pick. And so that's another reason why I got super intrigued in chatbots. You can make it conversational. You're basically carrying people along. You're making them follow your journey with you together. So you're taking them from this point. You're engaging with them. You're making it interactive by buttons, quick replies, and all that kind of engaging elements. And then you're taking them to their end destination. So that's another really fun thing. I also agree with you, Spencer, really have good hooks, because I'm also in his leads and I'm also in his YouTube channel, but I absolutely love his work.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, and he's really good, and I see his stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm doing all this work to create this amazing email that I want to send to my list, and then I see his, and it's like a sentence and a link. I'm like, this is amazing. So let me ask this, since I don't know anything about this, so is it possible from a technical point of view, can you bring like an email list into Messenger, or how do you build your list in Messenger in order to kind of get the whole ball rolling?
Right. So one of my favorite ways to get people into the chatbot is through a simple chatbot link. So let's say I'm giving away a free ebook to lure people inside my chatbot, right? So I'm going to create a post, and whoever wants to get the freebie, they have to reply with a certain keyword or GIF. And then whoever does that, I just send them my Messenger link. When people click on that link, they're instantly inside my chatbot. Then my chatbot delivers the freebie, it collects the email addresses, posts my email list, invites them to my Facebook group, grows my Facebook group. So it's kind of like very strategically built to ensure that's converting, and it's also highly engaging and interactive.
Yeah, no, that's also amazing.
Yeah, sorry. That's like my favorite way. Also, there are other ways as well. I'm not going to go too deep on that. There's a landing page you can create on ManyChat. There's also like a Facebook comment stuff, whoever comment on your post and they receive a message from the bot. So yeah, there are a lot of ways to get people subscribed to your chatbot.
Nice. So, okay. Now, so if somebody was wanting to get started, so like now I'm intrigued. Like I'm totally ready to do this myself. What is I would guess you would be recommending then to create some kind of lead magnet that you could use in ManyChat, obviously would be the solution for that, but to hook them into getting into your chat, right? And you said you're also collecting email addresses there too.
Right. Yeah. So that's like a pro feature. That's like a more advanced pro feature. So if you're using ManyChat, you need a pro account for that, which is like $10 per month for 500 subscribers. So It's a pretty good deal for whoever wants to build your list using Messenger.
Wow, that's awesome. So what is some of the results that you've seen that, like, for yourself or for your clients? How have they been able to, get some results using this versus, other more old school methods like email?
Right. So one of the results myself and my clients included we saw was engagement. Engagement was super high because what we were doing, I always suggest that connect Messenger bot with email list. Sorry, let's think of both of them. Connect Messenger bot with your email list. Use it side by side, not one. Use one and then leave the other. Connect it like side by side, So it's not like, you're getting people to your email list, from your email list, you're getting people to your messenger bot. As like the engagement there, it's high because you're targeting them via emails, you're targeting them messenger bot. So high engagement rate, also visibility was super high. When you're going live, we just shoot them a messenger message, and people are joining your messenger your live right away. So it's kind of like high engagement rate, high visibility. I have seen personally huge potential in sales if done correctly. I don't recommend like selling directly from the bot, but use the bot to build a trust relationship, and then you sell it either inside your Facebook group and do videos and stuff like that. So building the relationships is really easier with a chatbot.
Okay, so now that's a great point. I'm glad you said that. I go back to the examples that I've run across, and I've not seen anybody selling through, Messenger, in a while at least. So, at least in an automated kind of way. So this is not something that you want to use to sell through, but it's really the relationship building part of it. You want to get them into your group or onto your email list, and then you can sell through your email list, right? Or you can sell through your group.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's awesome. So what, if somebody's getting started, what are like the first 3 to 5 things that they need to do?
Okay, so if you're just getting started, I recommend have a business page. A chatbot can only be connected to your page. So you need a business page. Even if you're not using the business page, that's okay. You just need it to connect it to something so that you can start using it with the group and your personal profile. Second thing you need to know is that Messenger bot has something called the 24-hour rule. And basically you cannot spam. If you want to send out messages, I highly recommend sending out like 1 to 2 messages per week, not more than that. And also I'll go a little bit into the 24-hour rule. So basically, if someone engages with your bot, it opens up a 24-hour rule. So that means within that 24-hour, you can send as many messages as you want. But after 24 hours, you cannot send any more messages. So let's say me and Rob connected on a Wednesday at 5 p.m. EST. We can talk as much as we want. But then if I send Rob a message and Rob does not reply to me until Thursday, I cannot send him any more messages. So you have to keep on connecting and talking to me so I can continue sending you messages every day. So that's how a chatbot works. It's like that to avoid people spamming. And I think that's a beautiful thing because a lot of marketers, they just messages out of messages, offers out offers. And that's really not a good thing to do. People get annoyed and, they can block your page in Facebook and suspend your account. So be careful of that. Understand the 24-hour rule. Don't spam. And last thing, you can use a free plan of ManyChat to learn how to use it, get comfortable using it, and then you can upgrade to a pro account. So those are a few tips that I want to say to whoever is getting started with chatbots.
Nice. No, that's information. I knew none of that. So you're talking this 24-hour window, I think is from the heavens because, there are some people that I'm subscribed to their list and I get just constant emails, right? And I gloss over them. Yeah. I don't even hardly read them anymore unless I'm looking for something. And, so with this though, there has to be some back and forth in order to continue the conversation. So you can, once they open the door, then you can continue the conversation. But once they stop, then you've got to wait at least a day. Is that right? Yeah,
once they stop, you cannot message them again. unless they have given you the permission to. So another good practice to do is whoever gets inside your messenger bot, always collect the email list. Always do that. You can even collect the phone numbers so that you can send them SMS text messages. And I recently started doing this, and I've seen really, really great results with this. Always ask for permission. Like when you come into your bot, you can say, hey, I do interviews every Thursdays inside my Facebook group. Do you want me to notify you? You're basically asking for permission. So kind of like, they're not like, I didn't ask for it. Why are you sending me that? Right? It's like they say yes, and then you're using that to send them notifications. So that's another great practice. I saw great results. I've been telling my clients to use it, and they're also seeing great results with this by not getting their page blocked. So that's another thing I would want you to remember.
Right. Yeah, because you get your page blocked, and it can be tricky to get out of that. I know that we know some people that have had that problem in the past for various different reasons. So, that's a mess. I always try to err on the side of caution when it comes to these kind of integration tools, because you certainly don't want to get the Facebook overlords mad at you. So that can be problematic. So this is really awesome. So let me ask you this. So if somebody wants to get you to help them to start getting started with chatbots, do you have a resource, or how can we get in touch with you if we want to get your help?
Yeah, so I have a free Facebook group where I offer trainings and resources and free freebies on MessengerBot. So if anyone wants to learn more, wants to know how to use chatbots for their business, then you can find me in the group Funnels and MessengerBot for online entrepreneurs. I'm going to send you the link, Rob, so you can just drop it in the comments.
Yeah, I definitely need your link for your group, because we'll have people that want that. So I want to make sure that we get that out there so that they can find you for sure.
Awesome. Great. That's great. I'm looking forward to invite new members inside my group.
Yeah, awesome. So anywhere else? Are you on Twitter or Instagram or any of those places?
I don't really use Instagram a lot, and I'm not in Twitter or LinkedIn. For now, it's just Facebook and my lovely Facebook group. So that's where I connect with my audience and my friends, everyone. So for now, it's just Facebook.
No, that's awesome. Good for you, because Twitter can be a rough place sometimes. I've had my rants about what I think about what happens on Twitter. So I'll save that story for another day. Well, Misbah, this has been amazing. Everybody, I hope that you guys got some value out of this. For those of you who have joined us live, I'm super excited that you came and were part of this live. This recording will be available in the group for a while. So make sure if you don't catch it live, you come back and catch it on the replay. So, and we're going to put the link to Misbah's group in the comments on this post, and I want to make sure that if you're not part of her group, that you definitely go ahead and join, because I think one of the things that we talk about in this 7 pillars of digital marketing concept is building a community and building an audience of your dream clients. Such a huge deal. And Misbah is telling us how we can do that in a very effective and very high converting kind of way. So Misbah, thanks again for coming on to the show today. Thank you for accepting the invitation. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Listen, everybody in Digital Marketing Mastery, you guys take care. Until next time, we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.